Welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to tie for you Spent Mayfly with the Wally Wing, and the hook I'm using is size 12 dry fly hook. Thread is black uni thread. So I went halfway down the shank and I'm gonna go halfway up. I'm gonna leave this tag for now that I'm gonna use for the rib. The wing is gonna be a mallard feather. I want to grab the tips of the feather and then gently stroke back the rest of the fibers. Take your time and be gentle doing this, because if you pull too hard you will peel the fibers off the stand and you won't be able to use that feather for the wing anymore. Once the wing is tied on the hook, it's actually way stronger than it actually looks. So now is the time to be gentle, and later on you won't have any worries about your wing. I like the wing to be roughly the length of the hook, so I'm gonna tie that down with a few fairly loose wraps, and then I'm gonna pull out some of the fibers just a little bit and then make more tighter wraps. The reason why I pulled out some of the fibers is once I'm done with the wing, it's gonna give it a nicer and fluffier look. Now I can trim the waist, and I want to trim with an angle and make sure not to cut the stag end that we need for the rib. Now I can tie that down, and as you can see, the body's getting a nice taper look. I'm gonna go all the way down to the bend of the hook. Now for the tail, I'm gonna use some of this polar bear, and I dyed this brown. You can use a deer hair or microfibets, whatever you like. I like this because it floats really good. Line the tips. I'm going to measure that to be the hook length, the length of the hook shank. Tie it down with a few wraps, and I like to make one wrap underneath. Now, if you like, you can make a few figure eights between the fibers, and that will keep them apart. There we go. Now I can trim the waist. Bring the thread back. Now for the body, I'm going to use this cream color dubbing. And I want to make a nice and thin noodle. That'll be good enough for now. It's always easy to add more if needed and form the body. Now I'm going to counter wrap this tag. with the ribbing. Four turns is just fine. Cross the thread, make a few wraps. Now I can trim the waist. I'm gonna lift the wing and bring the thread forward and make a nice base right in front of the wing, and that will keep the wing standing up at all times. Now the one more thing that I need to do actually before the hackle, I almost forgot, is this piece of foam. This one is a cream color as well, just darker cream. I'm gonna tie that down right behind the wing with a few wraps. There we go. And the hackle is gonna be grizzly, so I'm gonna trim off a few fibers off the bottom, just close to the stem. I'm gonna tie that down. Leave everything like this for now, and now I'm gonna split the wing. So you grab a few fibers from each side and gently pull. There's one side, and there's another side. There's a few fibers here that are sticking, so I'm just gonna trim them off. So you end up with exposed stem, and you want to trim that off. Got this little antenna here. There we go. Now I'm gonna make a few wraps, just a couple wraps behind the wing. Pull everything back now, bring the hackle forward, and I'm gonna make another 3 wraps. 2, 3, that's good enough. Cross the thread. Couple wraps in front. And now I can pull off this wing, this hackle. Now I'm gonna trim off some of those fibers in between the wings, just to make some room for the foam. And I'm gonna bring the foam forward right in between the wings. And I'm gonna tie that down right behind the eye. Make a couple wraps. Tight wraps. Now I can lift that up and make a few wraps underneath, and I can trim off the waist. There we go. Now I can clean up and make a little head here. There we go. and whip finish. Trim the thread. And I can put a drop of head cement. Now, there's one more thing you can do if you like, and I usually do that when I'm tying a Spent Mayfly, and that's I like to reach underneath and trim some of the hackles like this, close to the body, and that will allow the fly to sit flat on the surface, just like this. It sits nice and flat on the surface, and the rest of the hackle still floats the hook pretty good on the water. Clean the eye. And here we have a nice Spent Mayfly with a Wally Wing. I hope you liked my video. Thank you for watching. Feel welcome to subscribe and tight lines.